Hercules, a story of what happens when you do unspeakable horrors to your wife and kids and spend several years accomplishing feats of strength as a means of atoning your sins. Oh, no, wait, this is the Disney story. But if we shift the perspective from the not-so-bastard child of Zeus and instead focus on the villain of the story, wait, no, normally we go for the villain of the story, right? But I thought it'd be funny if we decided to change that up a little bit and actually think about it from Hades, the mythological god, watching a piece of clearly Zeusian propaganda. But to imagine that, let me just put you in his shoes. So imagine for a minute that you are Hades, god of the underworld, and known all around the world as the god of death, a title that you accept as your duty. Because once upon a time, your brother, Zeus, rescued you from the belly of Kronos, your father, who, well, he ate you as a kid, basically. And as such, you guys all drew some straws. Zeus got the heavens, Poseidon got the sea, and you got the underworld. Now, you don't necessarily dislike or like your brother Zeus. There's more of like an amicable business relationship. Like, you hold him in sincere regard for saving your life from your father, but at the same time, he's a bit of a dick. Now, this job is completely thankless, but it is ultimately necessary for proper functioning of the world. Because the last time someone fucked with death, you ended up having to make him push a boulder uphill for all of eternity. Because apparently, Ares couldn't stomach you having a day off for even a second. The dude just wanted to watch people kill each other. Anyway, imagine your surprise one day when you catch wind of a new story about Hercules. Couldn't even get the name right. Apparently, a retelling of the famous and epic tale of Hercules. Honestly, it's one of the coolest stories in Greek mythology. So imagine you're further surprised then that the story opens with figures singing on a vase about how this is... You think, wow, pretty bold to go there. Pretty bold.
Behave yourself.
Oh, no. They didn't go there. In this story, Hercules, or Hercules, is not Zeus's bastard. In fact, apparently, he's actually the son of Hera as well. And she seems rather fond of the little brat. Okay, where is this murderous psychopath? So, there's one thing you know for sure, this is absolutely not the gospel truth. And you see you appear, another version of you. And I mean, like, the design is iconic, but like, where is Persephone? Why is your other version of you just such a goddamn edgelord? But at least there's one thing that's absolutely consistent, nobody likes you. You watch as your other self actually tries to give a death pacifier to the not-so-bastard child.
You want to slow down, you'll work yourself to death. Ha! Work yourself to death! Ha!
So it seems that somebody forgot that period without death thing, or was this all just a slip in that joke? Clearly, whoever wrote this has a hard-on for Zeus that would make even the gods jealous. Granted, the bar was set very low. And then run home with his tail between his legs. And he apparently treats the dead like dirt. Like what? Sure, you might not like what you do, but you always treat the dead at least fairly and justly and with respect.
The fates arrived. Oh, they're here! What? The fates are here and you didn't tell me?
Wow, it seems like that other version of you does not have a handle on his emotions at all. Still very cool fire effects. I mean, at least they got something nice, I guess.
I am so sorry that I'm
Late. We knew you would be. We know everything. Posh.
His grand scheme is to overthrow Olympus, apparently. What? Why the hell would you want to do that?
Yes, a hideous rules!
And he wants to use Titans to do that as well. Like, not even like the real Titans either. Like, apparently in this world, the Titans are forces of nature like earth, wind, and fire and stuff. What happened to Gaia? Does that mean Atlas isn't holding up the heavens? Like, that whole thing is like central to this story, no? What's that? Oh, apparently Atlas is in the cartoon, but not the movie. Fantastic.
Hercules, fight. You will fail.
What? Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine. Pain, panic, got a little riddle for you. How do you kill a god?
Technically, Hercules or whatever isn't a god, he's a demigod. Totally killable, but apparently in this story he's a god.
So, first you gotta turn the little sunspot mortal.
Okay, so what the fuck? Apparently, this Hades has a magical item on hand so powerful we can make a god mortal, and he's using that on Hercules because of the recommendation of what? So gods in this world aren't actually gods, and apparently plot devices so powerful exist. Also, we can skirt around the seedier elements of this story, all because they don't want to portray Zeus as a prolific womanizer.
Here you go, kid. A little Grecian formula. Look at that. Zing, zing. Can we do it now? No. He has to drink the whole potion. Every last drop. Who's there? Ah!
Well, yeah, that makes complete sense. The logical conclusion of hearing a prophecy is to prevent said prophecy. Right? Seriously, did like the other version of you just not remember Oedipus? Or like, did he only remember the fact that the guy married his mum? Okay. This other Hercules is shown to be completely useless, clumsy, and honestly a bit hated, which is strange. Typically in Greece, if people demonstrated superior strength, they would be worshipped and revered. But he did grow up with his parents of legend though, that's nice. Apparently this version of his mum is not attractive enough for Zeus.
Sometimes I feel like I really don't belong here.
Yeah, no shit bro, you're like apparently a god. Not just a demigod. And then he bursts into singing. Great.
I can go the distance.
This was around your neck when we found you. It's the symbol of the gods.
This is it. Don't you see? Maybe they have the answers.
Yeah, because nothing says rational thoughts like someone handing you a medallion and you thinking because you don't know who your parents are that you must be the son of a god. And they said that you were delusional. But I mean, like, you know, probably it's the super strength thing, but that would mean that there were other heroes that were sons of gods in this thing, so the bastard child must still exist in this story, right? They have to, otherwise he wouldn't be able to draw this conclusion. So he goes off to pray, to talk with Zeus, and apparently it works. Not that you would really know, because no one ever really prays to you. People just come in down to try and trick you, and no one ever makes a vase for you, or anything. Just apparently they portray you as the most villainous god of them all, just because you deal with death? Like, what? It's more Thanatos than anything. Okay, so Zeus gives him Pegasus. I'm sorry, hang on. What? So we're just going to ignore the obvious implication that Perseus has not killed Medusa in this story? Like Zeus's other illegitimate child?
Hercules, if you can prove yourself a true hero on Earth, your godhood will be restored.
Wait, so hang on a second. Zeus won't turn him into a god unless he becomes a hero. Hang on a second, we're talking about the same guy that literally just caught wind of a relatively attractive guy and turned him into a god just because he could. Okay, sure.
We're looking for someone called Philoctetes.
Call me Phil.
And so now Hercules is going to a literal goat to become a goat.
Watch it! That was part of the Master of the Argo.
Seriously, this is gospel truth, apparently. Hercules is supposed to spend time on that ship.
Odysseus, Perseus, Theseus.
Oh, so Perseus actually does exist, but he didn't make Pegasus. Right. So, okay, the only logical conclusion that we can come to is the fact that he must actually be an illegitimate child of Zeus. Otherwise, he would be included in this story, most likely. You know, and if he is a hero of legend, then he must have been, you know, a demigod, right? Anyway, you watch this thing, train, blah, blah, blah.
I'll have to ask you to release that young...
Keep moving, Junior.
lady.
So apparently Meg is not his wife and is not even the motivation of his journey. It's almost as though the story wanted some gooey romance or something to pander to children, unable to grapple with the harsh realities of what this story actually represents. You're not always in control of your actions, but you can sure as hell take responsibility for horrible things that you do by doing other things.
I thought you were going to persuade the River Guardian to join my team for the uprising, and here I am kind of River Guardian-less.
Oh, so your other version of yourself is just a cartoonishly evil villain that is manipulating the hell out of Meg.
Instead of subtracting 2 years from your sentence, hey, I'm going to add 2 on, okay? Give that your best shot.
But you don't actually torture people. you might hold them against their will in an arranged marriage, but that's like how things were in the time. I mean, like, Zeus is the king of non-consensual relationships.
To rearrange the cosmos. And the one schlemiel who can louse it up is waltzing around in the way!
This is how future generations are going to see you now. This is what they're going to think of when they think of Hades. Is he iconic? Yes. Is he cool as fuck? Hell yeah. But he's just not you.
Fortunately for the three of you, we still have time to correct this rather egregious oversight. And this time, no foul-ups.
Finally, something you can get behind. No screw-ups, like every leader should aspire to. Anyway, you watch the young lady manipulate the hell out of the boy, and honestly, you kind of feel bad for him. He goes and rescues some kids that actually ended up being Hades' henchmen, which looks suspiciously a lot like two priests from Egypt. And then the Hydra shows up, and you know where this is going. Like, it's gonna be fire, it's gonna be head slicing, it's gonna be all action. Oh, he just dropped a rock on it. Great. So apparently, fire burning of things' heads is off limits here. Okay, fine. And the mortals love him. They even make air Herc sandals. I mean, you try not to scrape. Because, like, what is the lesson here? It's not strength, it's not humility, it's not devotion. Apparently, it's marketing.
Those?
I don't know. I thought they looked kind of dashy.
I've got 24 hours to get rid of this bozo. Well, the entire scheme I've been setting up for 18 years goes up in smoke, and you are wearing his merchandise!
Okay, like, it's a pretty fair reaction. It's why you don't really have any henchmen in real life. There's Thanatos, but after the whole Sisyphus situation, he's never really been the same.
Looks like your game's over. Wonder Boy's hitting every curve you throw at him.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if maybe I haven't been throwing the right curves at him.
I mean, hell yeah, other you. Like, finally, you cannot fault his logic here. He's as smart as hell. Definitely, they didn't miss that about you.
Which is exactly why I got a feeling you're gonna leap at my new offer. You give me the key to bringing down Wonder Breath, and I give you your freedom.
You are a man of your words, so fingers crossed this other version of you is a man of his word too.
I'm the most famous person in all of Greece. I'm an action figure.
I'm afraid being famous isn't the same as being a true hero.
What more can I do?
It's something you have to discover for yourself.
But how can I...
Look inside. Your...
Oh, nice, Zeus. So he totally fucking wrote the whole thing, didn't he? Because man, the amount of glazing about Zeus's personality here is completely unreal. The dude has painted himself in the most perfect and noble and benevolent light imaginable. He doesn't want the world to know about his indiscretions, or the fact that he's, you know, outside of bumping uglies with every half-decent human that crossed his way, he didn't really care about humans all that much.
What a day. There's that restaurant by the bay, and then that play, that Oedipus thing? Man, I thought I had problems.
Ugh, romance, great, awesome. And hang on a second. Did he just say something about the Oedipus play? So they do remember this whole story. Or they probably just remembered the mum bit, didn't they? Oh, seems like this girl's going to do a number on Hercules. Maybe finally we'll get the trials. So you watch, and honestly, your other version of you is
Hey, what's the buzz? I'm Egg. What is the weak link in Wonder Boy's chain?
Get yourself another girl.
What? You're a god. You're not a child. Like, did he never grow up or something? He's making Poseidon look like an old man.
He has no weaknesses. He's gonna...
I think he does, Nick.
Now that's a smart. Maybe you could save that one for the next time someone tries to trick you.
She don't love you? You're nothing but a two-time no good lying. Shut up!
Of course, the literal goat is being ignored and overlooked. Granted, he is a sexual harassment lawsuit just waiting to happen, but the dude is trying his best to help Hercules, and granted, he probably just taught him to think with his sword.
Problem. Name is Hades, Lord of the Dead. Hi, how you doing? I'll need a few seconds, but I'm a fast talker, all right? See, I've got this major deal in the works. Real estate venture, if you will. And Herc, you little W, may I call you Herc? You seem to be constantly getting in the way.
You've got the wrong guy.
Hear me out. Just hear me out, okay? So I would be eternally grateful if you would just take a day off from this hero business of yours.
Okay, well, that's one way to do this, I guess. What? So we already established that he had a potion that was the most powerful thing that's ever existed. So why not just do something else like that? Like, if his plan is to overthrow Olympus, surely that's the easiest route to do all of this? And why is this Hades so afraid of physical confrontation? Yes, okay, he got rounded out by Hercules as a baby, but he's still a god. He's immortal.
Any harm.
Fine, okay, I'll give you that one. Make it safe. Otherwise, you get your strength right back. We're done. What do you say we shake?
Okay, yeah, sure, dangle the woman, because, you know, in a fight of survival, the only way to beat someone is to go for the crotch.
There, Pam.
Cannot believe that worked. You probably would have done something a little less convoluted and probably a little bit more strategically minded, but you respect the effort.
Couldn't have done it without you, sugar. Sweetheart, baby.
A hero's a hero, a hero's a hero.
Oh man, why would he say that? He's won. All he does now is just make Hercules motivated to beat you. And thus comes the Titans, the forces of nature. I guess the reason is because if you were to include the real Titans like Kronos, then it's literally almost beat for beat the exact story that happened with Kronos, where a god overhears a child will defeat them, tries to kill said child as a baby, but it is whisked away by the people that are closest to them, and then they eventually get revenge. Yeah, so that's why they changed the story, because it's just that.
Guys? Olympus would be that way.
Oh, so the Titans are stupid. Cool. Apparently the War of the Titans was just nothing. Okay, it's kind of okay with the Titans destroying this Olympus, because I mean, like, imagine thinking that the Greek gods are anything but bloodthirsty warmongers that just want to get drunk and fuck things. You know, we are talking about the society where the lead man turned into a swan and forced a woman to give birth to eggs. Or that same person turned into a golden shower and forced someone to get pregnant as well. Or he turned his lover into a cow. Poor girl's still roaming the world. So yeah, these Greek gods on this is just, it's a farce. These are not real. So yeah, that's the Titans destroying Olympus. That's okay here. And this plan is working. Maybe you could learn a thing or two from this Hades. Maybe you should consider overthrowing. Nope. Bad idea. So is that like a Cyclops or a Titan? Like, pick a lane for once in your life, Disney.
Mighty Hercules.
Okay, he doesn't have powers. How did that not kill him? You watch as these Titans actually do scale Olympus. And it even seems like the other Hades is having second thoughts, because, I mean, Titans are quite difficult to control, even if they are apparently very stupid. Yeah, Zeus didn't write this because there is no way would allow himself to be perceived as weak to the Titans. That would literally cause another War of the Titans, by the way. Can't have that one again. Barely survived the last one. Oh, did he just Star Wars the Cyclops Titan? I mean, fair play and respect.
What's happening?
So he has his powers back. What contrived nonsense is this?
Hades' deal is broken.
So this little runt, barely out of his dad's scrotum, he's gonna go take on multiple Titans and the god of the underworld on his own. Oh, yeah, seems so. Cool. So the literal pantheon of the gods is not enough to beat a few measly Titans, but one supposed half-god kind of god will. And that's what happens, like, So who wrote this thing? We traded fighting lions and boars and holding up the literal heavens for this. A pantheon of gods so weak that they have to rely on a not god kind of god, like a sniveling Hades who wants to overthrow his brother. Like, okay, you and Zeus, you might not get on all of the time, you might have your disagreements, but you guys are both fundamental to existence. Like, you need to do your job, and he apparently needs to have sex with every single human he ever meets. But still, He saved your life from your dad. And you acknowledge that fact. You respect him for it. Oh, it's not over. Oh, where do we go from here, man?
You like making deals. Take me in next place.
Oh, nice. Actually seems like God of Muscles finally learned some humility.
The son of my hated rival trapped forever in a river of death.
Going once.
Is there a downside to this?
That part is legit. You probably would think about this a lot because you have been tricked many times before, and you nod. For the first time, the film has earned a fraction of your respect. Oh, more contrived nonsense. This is how he becomes a god again. By literally fucking dying. Are you kidding me?
Fine work, my boy. You've done it. You're a true hero.
Yay, he saves the girl and wins the day. What a load of crap. And technically, he has just broken the promise. So she should actually be back down there in the underworld. Like, that's how this works. If you make a deal with a Greek god, you have to honor the deal. But apparently that doesn't exist here. There is no justice. There is no deal making.
True hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart.
Holy glaze, Batman. This Zeus is wow. When this is over, you should probably just go and share this story with Zeus. I bet he would get a kick out of it. And apparently Zeus is now basing his hero status on the fact that he saved the girl that he loved. Like, don't get it wrong. Saving people that you love is a noble thing, but it's what people should do. Being a hero is not doing what you should do. It's doing what normal people cannot do. And doing it because you're the only person who can. And of course the little bastard gives up his immortality for the woman. So what did we learn here? That Zeus is a family man now apparently, not some omnipotent serial adulterer. And that death is scary and evil. And of course that you, the most misunderstood of all immortals, have been turned into a literal joke to sell toys. Thanks Disney. Truly the gospel truth. If you like the video, please give it a like and thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing because I do a lot of these videos now. And also because at 100k I will be cutting my hair and donating it to charity. Here is a picture of the last time I had a haircut, and here is a picture of roughly how I look now. So you can see what we're in for here. I just want to shout out my members real quick, especially Jay and Granite. Thank you guys so much. And of course, Lavender, Zyla, Sam, Louise, Alyssa, and Alan. Thank you guys. And thank you for watching. Have a great day and have a great life.